Lila and the Land of Lumora, a tale of imagination and belonging. In a small cottage at the edge of a dense forest lived Lila, a spirited young girl with an endless imagination. Lila had a knack for turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. A wooden spoon became a sword, her bed was a ship, and her room a kingdom. On a rainy afternoon, as the drops tapped against her window, she sat bored, staring at the gray sky. "This is no ordinary rain," she decided, donning her paper crown and gripping her trusty wooden sword. "This is the sound of an adventure calling." She climbed onto her bed and declared, "I'm not just Lila today, I'm Lila, the brave explorer." At that very moment, something magical began to happen. Her room shimmered as the walls melted into glowing constellations. The floor rippled like water, and a golden door appeared in front of her. On the door was a small plaque that read, "To Lumora." Lila's eyes widened with excitement. "Lumora? That sounds like my kind of place." Without hesitation, she turned the handle and stepped through. Lila found herself standing at the edge of a glistening, moonlit sea. The air was warm and smelled of salt and flowers. Before her was a small boat with silver sails that shimmered as if woven from starlight. Lila climbed aboard, and as soon as her feet touched the deck, the sails caught an unseen wind, and the boat glided across the sparkling waters. "Onward," she cried, her voice echoing across the sea. "To adventure." The stars above danced and swirled, painting the sky in ribbons of light. The boat sailed effortlessly, carrying her through a misty veil into a world like none she'd ever imagined. As the mist cleared, Lila gasped. Before her was the Land of Lumora, a place where the night itself seemed alive. Trees glowed with soft, golden light, their branches sparkling like crystal chandeliers. The ground was carpeted with flowers that hummed softly as she passed. Strange creatures emerged from the shadows, soft, luminous beings with firefly eyes and fur that shimmered like the moon. "Who enters Lumora?" boomed a deep voice. Lila turned to see a large creature, part bear and part owl, with a mane of starlight. It towered over her, but its glowing eyes were kind. "I am Lila, the brave explorer," she declared, standing tall. She raised her wooden sword high. "I come seeking adventure." The creatures murmured and chirped among themselves, their excitement growing. "An explorer," one whispered. "A queen," said another. "Yes, a queen," Lila exclaimed, sensing an opportunity. The creatures erupted into cheers, lifting her onto their glowing shoulders and parading her through the magical forest. They crowned her with a circlet of moonlight and declared, "Queen Lila of Lumora." Days in Lumora as queen, Lila led the creatures in wild and wonderful games. They stomped through the glowing woods, played hide-and-seek among the shimmering flowers, and splashed in crystal-clear lakes that reflected the stars. They feasted on glowing fruit that tasted of sunshine and laughter. Lila felt alive and important, reveling in the endless joy of Lumora. But as the days passed, she began to notice things. The creatures never disagreed with her, no matter what she said. They cheered her name constantly, but their voices began to feel hollow. At night, when she lay beneath the glowing trees, she felt a strange ache in her chest. She missed her home, the smell of her mother's cooking, the warmth of her father's laugh, and the cozy comfort of her own bed. The challenge one evening, the creatures prepared a grand festival for their queen. They adorned the trees with garlands of light and filled the air with songs. Yet, as Lila stood at the center of the celebration, her heart felt heavy. She climbed a hill overlooking Lumora, the soft glow of the land stretching out before her. The large bear owl creature followed, sensing her unease. "Queen Lila," it rumbled, "why do you look so sad? Have we not given you everything you desired?" Lila hesitated, gripping her sword. "You've all been so kind, and Lumora is beautiful," she said softly. "But I think I miss home. I miss my family." The bear owl nodded slowly. "A true queen listens to her heart. If your heart calls you home, you must go." "But how?" Lila asked, her voice trembling. "I don't know the way back." The creature spread its glowing wings. The boat will take you, but first, you must face the guardian of the mist. Only those who can answer its riddle may pass. Lila squared her shoulders. I'm ready. The guardian's riddle. The next morning, Lila stood at the edge of the sea, the mist swirling like a living thing. From its depths emerged the guardian, a creature of shifting shapes, part dragon, part wolf, and part shadow. Its voice was a low growl that echoed across the waves. Why do you wish to leave Lumora, Queen Lila? It asked. I miss my family, she replied, her voice steady. I miss the love and belonging I felt at home. The guardian nodded. Then answer my riddle, and you may pass. What is greater than magic, stronger than fear, and found wherever love resides? Lila thought hard. She closed her eyes and remembered her mother's hugs, her father's laughter, and the cozy warmth of her home. Suddenly, she smiled.
Belonging, she said.
The answer is belonging. The guardian roared with approval, its shape dissolving into mist. You have answered wisely, Queen Lila. Go home, and carry the lessons of Lumora with you. The return Lila climbed into the boat, her crown of moonlight glowing faintly on her head. The creatures of Lumora lined the shore, waving and calling out their farewells. Come back whenever you need adventure, they cried. The boat sailed through the mist, and as the stars faded, Lila found herself back in her room. The crown sat on her bedside table, and the rain had stopped. Sunlight streamed through her window, warming her face. She smiled, her heart full of wonder and gratitude. From that day on, Lila carried the magic of Lumora with her wherever she went. She still played games, wore her crown, and went on adventures, but she also learned to cherish the love and belonging she found at home. And when the rain tapped against her window, Lila sometimes wondered if the golden door might appear again, ready to whisk her back to the land of Lumora. Vocabulary words: declare, to announce something with confidence. Example: Lila declared herself the brave explorer. Constellations, groups of stars forming patterns in the night sky. Example: the walls of Lila's room melted into glowing constellations. Shimmer, to shine with a soft, flickering light. Example: the boat's sails shimmered with silver threads. Glisten, to shine brightly, often because of wetness. Example: Lila arrived at a glistening, moonlit sea, adventurous, full of excitement and a willingness to try new things. Example: Lila was an adventurous girl with a wild imagination, luminous, glowing with light. Example: the creatures of Lumora had luminous fur, circlet, a small, circular crown or decoration. Example: the creatures crowned Lila with a circlet of moonlight, echoing, repeating sound caused by reflection. Example: Lila's voice echoed across the sea. Hesitation, a pause caused by uncertainty. Example: without hesitation, Lila climbed aboard the magical boat, belonging, feeling at home or accepted. Example: Lila learned the true meaning of belonging in Lumora.